Now, in all of this, there's been one Indian connection to the match-fixing scandal surrounding the Pak players. Mohammad Asif's former girlfriend, actress Veena Malik, named an Indian photographer, Dheeraj Dixit, who was associated with Asif in match-fixing. And though Dheeraj has denied this, Veena Malik claims that she has proof of the Indian connection. Speaking to Barkhaddat on the buck stops here, she has phone records to show that the two were in constant touch.
Veena Malik, your revelations have come in your capacity as the former girlfriend of Mohammad Asif, one of the tainted cricketers who's now been pulled out of practice. But your critics and many skeptics are basically asking, why were you silent all this time? Obviously, if Asif is indeed guilty and implicated as you say he is, you've known about this for quite a long time, for many months. So why were you quiet all this time?
First of all, I would like to clear one thing, that this is not the first time that I'm talking about it. I have spoken about it 4 months back on a Pakistani TV channel, where I have addressed the PCB to take an action against the whole thing, because I can smell something. So I guess I talked about it already.
Yes, you may have talked about it in general terms, but you were never quite this specific. You did not name bookies, you did not talk about matches being thrown away. So in a sense, if you've known this all this while, then you were part of the scandal as well.
Look, first of all, if I'm part of this corruption scandal, I'm not a stupid girl. If I'm part of this corruption scandal, why am I sitting here and talking about that? I know that if I'm involved in that, I'll definitely get caught. So this is completely a silly thing.
But can you specify exactly what evidence you have?
Look, I got Asif investigated only because he proposed to me at one time, and I was like, really, curious about that, there must be some girl from India who's texting Mohammad Asif, and, there's something going on. But when I came to, when I got investigated Mohammad Asif, this is the number. And when I called on that number, there was a guy, Dheeraj Dixit, and look, he texted 17 times in 15. This is the only detail of 15 days of Mohammad Asif and Mr. Dheeraj Dixit. So when I came to know, and Mr. Dheeraj said that Asif is a very close friend of mine, and I was like, okay, you can tell me what is going on between you and Mohammad Asif. And then after after that, and he was like, it's some conversation about a commercial and all, and I was like, why don't you tell me, because I'm handling all the commercial campaigns of Mohammad Asif. But he did not tell me anything clearly. So after that, Asif left for Thailand, and when he came back from Thailand, I was furious, because he did not tell me anything, that where he's going and from where he's coming back. So when he came back, he told me the whole thing himself, that he went to see Mr. Dheeraj in Thailand, and they had a deal of this match fixing and all, where we had a fight. And then I was like really annoyed. Then Mohammad Asif promised me that he will not get into it, and then after that he started hiding things from me, and then I was like that he will not get into it. That's why I decided not to talk about it so clearly. But when for the first time, 4 months back, when I was on TV, I have mentioned this thing in one of my interviews.
Right, but Dheeraj Dixit, the Indian photographer whom you claim has a connection, has gone on record to say that in fact you were the one who called him. You were the one who asked him if he knew a big Indian businessman who'd be interested in this deal that involved match fixing. And not just that, that you, Veena Malik, managed, and this is Dheeraj is a quote, that you managed not just Asif but 7 Pakistani cricket players.
Look, I have come up here with the proofs. Tell Mr. Dheeraj to come up with the proofs, okay? And, he is only talking about, that is the easiest thing to do, the character assassination of a woman. And I knew it already, that Mr. Dheeraj will make this stupid kind of, statements and all. First of all, I am happily engaged, okay? My fiancé, he lives in America. He's an American national, and he's, mashallah, very handsome guy. And at that time, I was dating Mohammad Asif, and Pakistani men are quite handsome and very good looking, and I'm very happy being here in Pakistan. And why would I call Mr. Dheeraj only, in India? Why would I call Mr. Dheeraj? Why particularly Mr. Dheeraj? Why don't you ask him? I think I have one request from this Indian media, that please, that why only because I'm a Pakistani girl and I'm a Pakistani woman and Mr. Dheeraj is a, Indian guy, don't defend him. I have come up with the proofs, and if I'm guilty, why am I sitting in front of the camera and talking? Tell me, I don't know what are the results?